What's good, YouTube? Nappy92 here, back again once again today, people. Today we are here for week 3 of Friday Night SmackDown for our SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager Mode versus. I am, of course, your SmackDown General Manager, and we are joined once again by the Raw General Manager, Moneybags Mode.
Hey, how's it going? Hello.
So last week's episode of SmackDown has left a lot of questions in the air. I can tell you, as your SmackDown General Manager, Big Show, albeit the new talent that he is, the best way for me to handle this situation right now is to suspend him. He is not in the building tonight. As much money as we spent signing him, as much hype as there is around him, as good as his debut match was last week, he is out of control. And the precedence needs to be set here and now that that type of behavior will not be allowed on SmackDown. So he is not in the building tonight at all. No Big Show. Also, The Undertaker, deservingly enough, has the night off. There's no Undertaker, no Big Show on tonight's card, unfortunately enough. Tonight's main event, however, after their win last week, after Kurt Angle being busted wide open, winning our #1 seed slot in the draft, and coming so close to winning the Steel Cage match, I have awarded him #1 contendership for The Undertaker's title. Unfortunately, Triple H and Shawn Michaels had an issue with that. They stormed into my office earlier today and demanded them having a fair shot at it as well. So, in tonight's main event, we have Kurt Angle defending his #1 contendership against both Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Oh my God.
A handicap match. A one-on-tag handicap match. If Kurt Angle wins, he retains his #1 contendership. If Triple H and Shawn Michaels win, it's a different story. Also tonight, Kane is taking on Psychosis after demolishing Super Crazy last week. We saw Shelton Benjamin and Ken Kennedy go at it last week. This week, we'll see their mentors go at it, Booker T versus Ric Flair. And we'll also be kicking things off tonight with our Hardcore United States Champion, who has come to me and has demanded to put his title on the line. I told him, hey, Doug, Chris Benoit, you already did the damn thing. You're good to go. You don't need to do this. It's alright, bro. You're good. You don't have to. But he demands. He's a fighting champion. He's putting his United States Championship, his Hardcore United States Championship, on the line tonight in our opening matchup in an open challenge. So, who will answer Chris Benoit's Hardcore United States Open Challenge call? He's beaten Rob Van Dam for the past 2 weeks. So, Rob Van Dam is not #1 contender any longer. So, open challenge. Mo, who do you have your money on for an open challenge? Who's going to accept it?
The Big Show.
You think Big Show's going to... Big Show's banned from the building. Big Show literally cannot accept it.
My boy Shelton. Why not?
Shelton Benjamin is coming through. Okay.
My boy Shelton?
Shelton might be in a match tonight. Mr. Kennedy is accepting the open challenge.
Okay, okay.
Wow.
I was a little wrong.
Wow. I mean, you were close. Kennedy and Shelton have been involved in matches together. All right, I can see it happening. So, Mr. Kennedy is the first person to make it to the gorilla position to accept Chris Benoit's Hardcore United States Open Challenge. Chris Benoit, of course, has dump trucked all over RVD the past 2 weeks. So RVD's got to be watching, and he's got to be upset about this right now. He's got to be upset about this right now. But we'll see what happens. Who do you got your money on, Mo, in this matchup? The undefeated Chris Benoit or Mr. Kennedy here?
I'm gonna say Chris Benoit.
Chris
Kennedy's
Benoit.
been in too many what's it called? Too many duo matches, tag matches. I think he's a little rusty in solos.
Well, Kennedy apparently taking it to Chris Benoit, the veteran Chris Benoit, reversing Kennedy now. As Kennedy gets out of the ring, will we see Kennedy? Kennedy is the first one to bring a
He grabs the
into this
chair.
matchup. Clocking Chris Benoit.
What? Oh my
Benoit
God!
dodging
2
that.
shots, 3 shots. He's putting this out early.
Kennedy, can you land these shots, Doug? What's going on, bro? There we go.
5 shots. Finisher, by the way.
Benoit did win a hardcore matchup Kennedy holding on to that finisher. Benoit did win a hardcore matchup to hold on to this title. Again, you guys, this is the hardcore United States Championship, meaning that it can only change hands under hardcore stipulations. As we currently see, Kennedy and Benoit are doing so. Kennedy again reaching under the ring, grabbing another chair. Oh, Benoit knocking the chair out of Kennedy's hand. Benoit's feeling the fatigue of this hardcore matchup already. But hey, you know, over on Raw, we have a fighting Intercontinental Champion. Here on SmackDown, we have a fighting hardcore United States Champion. Oh my goodness, Benoit determined.
He wants to get back at Kennedy for that. Those chair shots were devastating. Literally.
Benoit with the offensive now, with the suplexes. Will we see Benoit partake in anything other than a submission move? Jesus Christ, dog. Will he actually participate in the hardcore stipulation of this matchup? As Benoit's about to build up a finisher of his own. Huh. Kennedy reaching for that chair again. Clocking.
Knocks him over.
Kennedy is taking full advantage of this hardcore stipulation here.
Wow.
Kennedy heading to the top rope, going for that Canton bomb.
Freaking finisher.
He misses.
He missed.
He missed. He did not. He didn't hit most of it.
Is he going for one outside the ring? No way.
Canton bomb outside the ring.
No.
And he misses again. Kennedy, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing, dog? Kennedy with the offense here. Really taking advantage of this opportunity. He was not in the U.S. title scene. Kennedy attempted to go for the tag titles with his mentor, Ric Flair, and fell short a few weeks ago. He wasn't actually in the U.S. title scene. Kennedy removing that covering off the table now. Taking huge advantage. Benoit doing everything he can to escape being tossed on that table. Reversing the Irish whip attempt twice. Reaching for a weapon of his own. Kennedy now grabbing that title. Clocking Benoit with the hardcore United States Championship.
The
Benoit
disrespect.
fighting back.
The disrespect. Oh
my goodness. What's going on here, Doug? What's going on here, Doug?
Kick to the face. Two finishers loaded up.
Now Benoit picking up that title. Kennedy wrestling him to the ground.
Is he trying to bust him open?
Kennedy finally getting
on top
Benoit
of the table.
On top of that table. He needs to capitalize now.
No way.
He needs to capitalize now.
No way. No.
As he misses the opportunity. Resting.
How are you going to take the champion's title from him?
Can anyone land a blow with this goddamn championship? Benoit wrestling it out of his hand. What an opening contest we have here tonight. Benoit now with a chair of his own.
Everybody's just missing.
Kennedy, what's happening here, dog? Finally landing a hit. Finally landing a hit. Kennedy way too savage with that title. Keep in mind, will anyone be using that announce table? Benoit can't be in a good way now. Oh my God! Benoit!
Oh my God!
DD'd outside the ring!
Freaking chair outside the ring.
Onto a chair. Benoit is busted open. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only place you can find hardcore action like this. For the hardcore U.S. Championship, Kennedy just needs to make a pin here. He just needs to make a pin at this point. Benoit with the drop toe reversing. You got to think Kennedy was attempting to set up for that Kenton bomb again and put him away. Kennedy racing. Oh my God!
Picks him up. Still got energy in that shit, dude. He is not going down.
There's a reason Benoit is your champion. Reversing the big boot attempt. Kennedy missing out. Wrestling.
Takes his freaking
Oh my God, the reversals in this match. And another release German outside the ring. What's going on? And this was not even a planned matchup here tonight. Benoit asked for an open challenge. I gave him the match. Wrestling that away. I think Benoit realizes losing this championship might be a possibility right now. Kennedy removes the covering off the second announce table. What is he planning here? Again, Benoit reversing the Irish whip attempt. Kennedy going for it again.
Oh my God, no. No, no,
Kennedy,
you can't do this. He's about to shorten his career.
I think Kennedy's realizing he doesn't need to do that. I think he's realizing he doesn't need to do that. That's not an option that's necessary to win. Oh my God! And the crippler crossface is locked in! Oh my goodness!
He's fighting with a busted head.
Oh my goodness, Benoit! There is no rope break in this match type. There is no rope break in this match type. Benoit all out of stamina. Kennedy barely able to hold on. Barely able to hold on. I think there's a fire under Kennedy tonight. There's a fire under Kennedy tonight. Losing the opportunity at this tag championship, proving something to his mentor Ric Flair. There's got to be something. There has to be something here. Kennedy escapes as a straight pinfall attempt as Kennedy kicks out. I think Benoit is realizing what's going on in this fight here tonight. He needs to make the most out of this. Leg sweep onto Benoit as Kennedy goes up to the top for another Kenton bomb. And he gets... What's going on here, Kennedy? What's going on here, Kennedy? What's going on here, Kennedy? Benoit with a chair now. What's happening here? Oh my God! Dog, Benoit is out here doing the most. He's actually doing the most.
He's still fighting. That's the thing. He's been fighting with a busted head.
Dog, Kennedy is trying his hardest. But
he's not going down.
It is an uphill battle against the likes of Chris Benoit. Your champion.
A fighting champion. Oh my God.
Missing that 2x4 shot.
Benoit is out of it though.
Benoit wrestling that, finally clocking him with that title belt. Benoit's got to be out of it. He has to be concussed at this point. He has to be concussed at this point. There's no way. There is no way anyone is making it out of here tonight like this. Not on a stretcher. Not on a stretcher. As Benoit finally laid out on the table. I think Kennedy's changed his mind. He's changed his mind. He's going for it all right now. Kennedy, get him down!
No!
Oh my God.
That's it. That's got to be it. Bring him into the ring. Bring him into the ring.
Be it.
That's it.
It is not a Falls Count Anywhere match. Kennedy's got to pin Benoit in the ring. He's got to pin Benoit in the ring.
Benoit's still getting up.
Benoit's still fighting back. Still fighting back, not willing to give up this championship just yet, and that knee to the head might be enough to do it. I don't know. A bloodied head.
2.
Benoit still kicks out. How? How does he kick out? I don't understand. I don't understand. That 2x4. 2x4 across the head. Across the head. Kennedy's gonna go for another Kenton bomb. Will he make it this time? He connects with it.
Connects with his head.
He connects with it. There is no rope break.
1, 2.
We have a new Hardcore US champion. The first ever Hardcore US Championship open. I don't think it went the way Chris Benoit planned for it to. He should have stuck to fighting Rob Van Dam. That was all I gotta say. We have a new champion here tonight in Ken Kennedy. Insane. Ric Flair has got to be wooing all over the mat.
Wow.
We kick things off here on Friday Night SmackDown with a new Hardcore US champion. Craziness. Craziness. I don't have words for that. One hell of a match to kick things off. What is happening? on Friday Night SmackDown. Look at Ken. Hey, Ken Kennedy deserves that title. After all of that, he deserves that belt. He deserves that belt. He also deserves to take a break, go back there, just sit down, dog. I want you to sit down. After all of that, you need to sit down. But you know what? He did what was needed to be done to go ahead. He did what was needed to be done to go ahead and actually pick up the victory here tonight. He did what he needed to do. And what's insane enough, apparently we're cutting backstage right now. As Mr. Kennedy is making his way to the back, Rob Van Dam is meeting him. RVD has now challenged Mr. Kennedy to a matchup. RVD still has vested interest in that Hardcore US Championship. And apparently, if RVD beats Kennedy for this championship right now, not for the championship, my bad. If he beats him in this match, RVD's new #1 contender, which still plays into what's going on here because Chris Benoit gets a rematch, but RVD is in the. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing 230 pounds.
The Hardcore US Championship scene is all over the place right now. RVD's been in pursuit of this title for the past 2 weeks. Now, new champion Mr. Kennedy is giving RVD the chance to have a title shot.
He's kind of nuts and crazy, and why?
Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed, to say the least. So, fresh off of his victory in a hardcore matchup, Mr. Kennedy now is taking on Rob Van Dam. RVD needs to make quick work and take advantage of the fact that Mr. Kennedy has got to be feeling the effects of his last match. As we see RVD go for a rolling thunder. RVD has, in fact, been in pursuit. As we see a huge attempted frog splash there. RVD is attempting to put Mr. Kennedy away quickly here. Sweeping the legs. What's going on here? Another, a kick attempt this time. Off the top rope. So, the situation we have here, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Benoit had a Hardcore United States Open Challenge. Mr. Kennedy did answer said challenge and won the Hardcore United States Championship. RVD, then meeting Mr. Kennedy in the ring, demands a match. And obviously, if RVD wins this matchup, that's putting him in contention for Mr. Kennedy's newly won Hardcore United States Championship.
Kennedy is kind of crazy for this, by the way. I just want to say. It's kind of crazy.
Kennedy's got to be feeling the effects of that hardcore bout he just won.
He put a lot of energy into that fight. Just want to point that out. A lot of energy.
RVD sweeps the legs.
The reversal.
Sweeping the legs, and we have a frog splash locked in, and Kennedy wisely rolls out of the way. RVD getting none of that. RVD getting none of that. Insane. RVD
another grapple fest.
Another reversal we see. RVD reversing again. What unique offense into an armbar. As Kennedy is able to get his feet on the rope here. SmackDown has been off to a wild start tonight.
A little crazy.
Wild start tonight. As RVD yet again lives on the top rope. Apparently working down the torso and legs.
Sweeps him down again. He loves doing that.
I mean, it's smart. If you can get your opponent off their feet, easier to pin.
I like RVD. He's got a lot of new age shit in his arsenal.
Another rolling thunder.
Innovator as fuck. Like, he's an actual innovator.
As RVD attempts to build up yet another finisher here. With a stiff right hand to the back of the neck. Will we see RVD finally land his frog splash?
Frog splash!
Will he get all of it?
It connects!
Yeah, he does connect with it. But Mr. Kennedy gets his feet on the ropes! Dog, Kennedy is not trying.
Oh my goodness.
He is not trying to have a new #1 contender already. He's got enough of a problem with Chris Benoit. He had enough of a problem defeating Chris Benoit for that title tonight. And now, he's got to deal with RVD as well. My goodness, the Hardcore US Open Championship. Hardcore US Open, what the fuck? The Hardcore US Championship. RVD goes for a pinfall. Kennedy kicking out. As tough as Chris Benoit was for a champion, Mr. Kennedy's got to be equally as difficult to defeat here. Mr. Kennedy with the reversal. This is a grapple fit. Mr. Kennedy is showing a new side of himself as we see the slide into a pin. Is this enough?
2.
Oh
3.
my goodness! RVD
Wow.
sneaking the victory away here tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have not one but 2 #1 contenders for the Hardcore United States Championship. What an opening to Friday Night SmackDown. What an opening.
What an actual opening.
To Friday Night SmackDown. RVD, who has missed his chance twice against Chris Benoit, now sneaking in, convincing Mr. Kennedy to give him a shot at that title. Next week, I don't know. I don't know. RVD has a title shot. Chris Benoit has a rematch. Mr. Kennedy's holding the title belt.
It's getting kind of crazy, dude.
It actually is getting kind of wild in the U.S. Championship scene. Oh my goodness. Well, moving right along with Friday Night SmackDown, you guys. The Cruiserweight division has been turned upside down on its head thanks to Super Heavyweights Big Show and Kane. Big Show, as I said, has been barred from the building tonight. We need more time to figure out that situation. But getting things back on track here, we have Cruiserweight Champion Chavo Guerrero and Rey Mysterio going one-on-one here tonight, continuing their rivalry. Week 1, we saw them put it all on the line in a ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship. And last week, Rey Mysterio stood up for his friend Gregory Helms. Getting back on track, we have the best of the Cruiserweight division showcasing what they've got here tonight, trying to pick up the pieces after Big Show's savage attack on all 3 members of them. As Chavo, your Cruiserweight champion, makes his way to the ring, Rey is in fact accompanied by his good friend Gregory Helms. Gregory Helms is suffering 3 broken ribs and a shattered forearm due to his attack at the hands of the Big Show. Chavo still not in a good way after his attack last week.
But hey, he's here to fight. A fighting champion.
We are a fighting champion. What are t-shirt sales looking like for the Cruiserweight division right now, Mo?
I'm going to tell you that Rey carries this division, so it is what it is. People like Rey Mysterio. It's like 100 for Rey, 0 for everybody else. It's kind of like
for Rey, 0 for everybody else. What about our Cruiserweight champion Chavo?
Always 0. Nobody cares about him.
Wow.
It's just how it is. Like it's gonna be realistic here. Vince does not like the midgets.
Wow.
He's like, let's get women and big men, aka Raw.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say is just wow.
This is Vince talking, not me. I'm just a man behind the desk.
Well, SmackDown is the land of opportunity. And I've stepped in as your general manager. I've stepped in. I've cleared up this mistake. The Big Show, this I don't know. Signing Big Show was a great idea, but I did not sign him to wrestle cruiserweights. So next week, maybe the week after, once I figure out this situation with Big Show, we'll get him a proper matchup against proper competition. Big Show is attempting to send a message. I understand the message he's sending, and as general manager, I'm going to react accordingly, as I already have by suspending him for tonight. But we have high-flying action in the ring here, as Rey Mysterio and Chavo, who did put on one hell of a match 2 weeks ago, fighting for that Cruiserweight Championship. Helms was supposed to be in that matchup. He was. But he's got to wait until those injuries are healed for him to get back in the ring and contend for that championship. If you were to see Chavo versus Helms right now, Mo, who's walking out with the title?
Chavo versus Helms. Probably Helms.
Oh, you're a Gregory Helms fan.
The Hurricane.
Watch out! There's a hurricane. Well, right now we have Rey versus Chavo. Rey's still got to be upset over losing that title. Losing because he came so close. So very, very close. He suplexed Chavo off the top of that ladder.
Chavo played the long game, dude. It is what it is.
20 feet down to the outside of the ring.
Chavo close to a finisher though, my dude. Look at that. He's showing me. I talk shit. He said, "Okay, listen, Mr. Raw, man."
Yeah, everyone that you've called irrelevant so far has come back and won. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
I think
Look
it's
at Chavo's
Oh
offense!
my god!
Will we see a frog splash from Chavo here?
He wants to work Ray out before he drops that finisher, but he could have stored it so many times. What are you doing?
He needs to save that finisher. There we go.
He saves it.
There we go. Is Chavo
He's moving him more to the ring, getting ready. No, never mind.
Ray realizing the position he's in. As Chavo lifts him up for that submission.
Oh!
Finisher. My bad. Chavo making quick work of Mysterio tonight. You got to think both these competitors have got to have pent-up frustration, not only from their initial matchup, not only from the fact that they had to wrestle the Big Show, they were victims of the Big Show, but at the same time, their division has been in shambles because of them. We'll see what ends up happening here tonight.
They haven't been able to do anything because of the Big Show. It's crazy. One man can just step over an entire division.
Wreak havoc. But they have to find some sort of comfort knowing that there won't be any interference from the Big Show here tonight. As your SmackDown General Manager, I want you to know I'm very, very proud of the steps that I took. It's kind of contradictory. I know we just signed him. I really want to get the most out of him, but he just needs a timeout right now.
I have Paul's number. I could give him a ring and get him to the Raw arena.
I don't think you want that. Yeah, I think you have enough a situation on your hands already with Batista and Umaga. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I mean, look, trouble sells.
As you can tell, Big Show's T-shirt sales are off the chart, even without him being
here
tonight.
Trouble sells. I don't care. Fucking destroy my arena if you're gonna sell. The profit margin is gonna be higher than the destroyed arena.
What about one of those hotels you buy?
Well, what about all the hotels that I buy?
Oh my goodness, Ray! That Tilt-A-Whirl DDT, building up a finisher of his own. Chavo already landed his finisher tonight. Will Ray save that? Will we see Ray dial it up for the 619 here tonight? And what do you mean, what about those hotels? What if Big Show destroys one of those hotels?
As long as the profit margin is higher than the revenue from that hotel on that day, I don't care. I'll get another hotel.
Hey, you know what? If Big Show continues with this misbehavior, then you know what? We can put in a trade request. I don't need that trouble on my show. Big Show for Batista. Let's make it happen. What's the problem? What's the issue?
I'm good. I'm good.
Big Show for Batista. Let's make it happen. Let's
trouble sells.
Let's write up the contract right now. Come on.
I'm good.
You could have John Cena defend his newly won WWE Championship against Big Show at Backlash.
I didn't bring my pen.
Don't worry, I gotta hold it.
I
as general manager, I'm ready. I'm ready at all times.
I gotta go. I gotta pick up the kids.
I gotta pick up the kids. You actually pick up the kid. Will Ray tap out? Chavo has Ray strung up right now.
Ray is getting destroyed.
Really feeling the effects of this matchup here tonight. Interestingly enough, Chavo with another finisher built up. Ray is laid out. Chavo just going for the pinfall.
1, 2.
Wow! Oh. Ray kicking out, not out of this fight just yet. Chavo now arguing with the ref. Is he going to lose that finisher because of this? Just barely saving it. All right, Ray. Stuck on referee Nick Patrick. Cool story. Cool story, Ray. Ray really needs to get back in this matchup and dial it up to the 619. As
here we go. Moneymaker.
Hooks up again. He's about to build another finisher.
Is that it?
Is that enough to get a pinfall? Ray reversing the pinfall attempt. As we see another Hurricane Rana. It's insane. This high-flying action can only be found Friday nights on Friday Night SmackDown. I'm telling you, SmackDown's got everything, dog. The Hardcore US Open Championship is all over the place right now.
We have women and big people.
The Cruiserweight division. Look at Chavo. Oh, my God. Another finisher built up. That has to be it for Rey Mysterio. Ray reversing. Not out of this one just yet. Does Chavo have Ray's number? Chavo's saving that
Oh,
finisher.
he's
up
going
to the
for
top
it.
rope.
He's going for
As
it.
we
He's going
see
for it.
a frog splash.
That's it. That's it.
That has to be it.
Straight into the pin. 1, 2, 3.
And Ray kicks out. Ray kicks out. How is Rey Mysterio doing this? How is he doing this? Chavo has another finisher almost built up. Ray, how? He's not human. He's not human. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker giving Chavo another finisher. Chavo looking to end this right now. I mean, I guess if you go toe-to-toe with Big Show, that toughens you up. Ray has taken all these hits. Chavo going for the pin. That has to be it. 2 finishers, a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
2, 3.
Oh my God. You gotta give it to Ray for the resilience in that matchup just now. You gotta give it to Ray for that. He did the absolute most just now. That's insane. That's insane. Our cruiserweights are truly some of the best here on Monday Night Raw. Craziness. But that is your cruiserweight champion. And I'm happy that our cruiserweight division is back on track. We just need Helms rested up and ready to get back in that ring. Because I think he's got a title match waiting for him. I think he does. It's unfortunate Ray just can't seem to get any steam. He's 0-3 so far on the newly founded SmackDown. Interesting. You know, we can always use some more cruiserweight action if you want to send some of those cruiserweights you got over on Raw over here, Mo.
Who?
Oh, those high flying, out of the ring people you got from last week.
Who?
I don't even remember who it was. Somebody was all over the place last week, flying out of the ring. I was like, hey, you can send them over here.
I forgot now.
Moving right along, you guys. Last week we saw Shelton Benjamin pick up a victory over your new Hardcore United States champion, Mr. Kennedy. But this week we have their tag partners, their mentors, in a matchup as the five-time Booker T making his way to the ring.
Sorry, he has a dope theme. Actually does.
He really does. But Booker T has his work cut out for him tonight because even though he's a 5-time champion, he's going up against a 16-time champion in Ric Flair. Very close. You're very close.
Alright, that's all I know.
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just that. As Ric Flair styles and profiles his way down to the ring. Now, his tag partner and his mentee is our newly crowned Hardcore United States champion. Can Ric Flair find the same luck in his matchup tonight? Who's got the t-shirt sales in the bag, Mo?
Let me. Okay, my phone's not working. MacBook. Yo, let me borrow your phone, kid. Let's see here. It's looking like Ric Flair.
Ric Flair's got more t-shirt sales. Who do you have winning this matchup, though?
Booker T. He's younger. Ric Flair's literally gonna turn into dust.
He's gonna get bookended into dust, dog. Just poof on the mat. All right. Well then. Let's see here as Ric Flair starts this match off in control. You gotta think this is probably much more of a high-profile match than you'd expect.
If it was 10 years ago.
Hey, we have 2 former world champions. Over
If this was
20
98.
world title reigns between both of them.
If this was 1998, maybe.
Hey, I would love to see these two go even to this day. My money's on Booker T, though, because, you know, the past few weeks we've discovered some racial undertones in the t-shirt sales department between these two tag teams. Of course, Ric Flair representing the Golden Hair Warriors and Booker T representing Brand New Day. Interesting to see here. Booker T with the Bulldog on Ric Flair, literally breaking his face.
Yeah, Booker T's got this.
Breaking his face.
I need to see him do the spinneroonie.
I believe that's a taunt in this game.
Oh, comms don't taunt.
I believe that's a taunt in this game. Ric Flair winning that grapple. Ric Flair with the offense tonight. I guess he's tired of losing, wants to show Ken Kennedy how it's done. But can he really do that? Seeing as Ken Kennedy's got these victories here tonight. Ric Flair with the chicken wing. The old school wrestling style against Booker T's newer wrestling style.
Ric Flair, like, back in the day, like, when he, like, first came around, like, 60s, 70s, he was, until, like, basically early 2000s, he was the shit, dude. Actually the shit. He's the John Cena of, like, his era, actually.
Booker T taking Ric Flair's head off. Ric Flair almost built up to a finisher. Who are we going to see at a finisher first? We're going to see a scissor kick, a bookend, or we're going to see a figure four leg lock. Booker T beating Ric Flair like he owes him money.
My money's on a scissor kick. That's like one of my, honestly, it's a classic finisher. I like the scissor kick.
Booker T reversing the tie up. Ric Flair reversing yet again. Knees to the gut. Wrenching Booker T's head, keeping him from getting to that finisher just yet. Ric Flair, however, feeling the effects of this matchup.
Tossing him like
a
he
much
ain't nothing.
better matchup than I expected. We are still in the opening minutes of this match. Ric Flair regaining that stamina. Booker T taking a page out of Ric Flair's book with that low blow. I think we're going to see Booker T build up a finisher here. Ric Flair reverses. Booker T reverses. Two veterans. Booker T with the eye rake. Ric Flair reversing. Two former world champions duking it out here on SmackDown. This is a pay-per-view quality match. Standing power slam.
Frickin' holy heck, he has that finisher.
Standing power slam, saving that finisher there.
I think this is going to be it. Quick scissor kick to end it.
Ric Flair, as we see the scissor kick loaded up on Ric Flair.
What did I say?
He's dead. He's dead.
Good finisher.
Booker T with the spinneroonie.
Get the brooms out.
Oh my goodness. Is it enough to put Ric Flair away? The Flair already back to his feet. That is a champion right there.
Get the dustpans ready.
There's a reason he's a 16-time world champion. Booker T reversing. Dodging those punches. Ric Flair wresting control back yet again. Focusing on those knees. After you take one scissor kick, you're not trying to take another one. You got to give it to Booker T, though. 4 minutes into this matchup, landing a scissor kick already. Flair working his way to a finisher of his own. Playing dirty the whole way. Booker T tossing Ric Flair off.
It's been pretty dominant.
Last week we saw Kane. Oh my God! Last week we saw Kane put Super Crazy away after Booker T. No, he is easily one of the most entertaining wrestlers.
He really actually is. Like, I'm sad he didn't have a WWE run, dude. Like, he had the World Heavyweight, but I'm sad he didn't win it from Triple H, like, forever ago.
Booker T with another finisher.
He should have had a more major role.
He's been focusing
poke to the eye.
Head this entire time. I think another scissor kick could end it here. Booker T just needs to get the opportunity. Ric Flair with the hard Irish whip to the outside.
Takes him out of the ring. Gives some time to rest.
Booker T with a hard Irish whip to the outside. Flair really feeling the effects of this matchup. It's looking like Flair is not going to have the same luck as Mr. Kennedy did earlier tonight. Has the student surpassed the teacher? Booker T firing back with a chop of his own.
Oh, these knees to the chest, dude. Why? Why are you doing this? You just have to hit a scissor kick. Put him away already.
Teaching a lesson is a whole other thing. You said Ric Flair has more t-shirt sales. I think Booker T's trying to up those numbers. Ric Flair now with a pile driver on Booker T. Keep in mind, Booker T almost has a second finisher built up. Flair yet to build even one in this matchup. Booker T with another page out of Ric Flair's book. Ric Flair is really feeling the effects of this matchup here right now. Booker
He's
T,
going straight for the pin.
2 finishers built up.
1.
Has Ric Flair had enough?
Oh,
he kicks out.
He's just a little cocky here.
He kicks out. He hasn't had enough yet. Ric Flair with the
low blow.
I guess he had a plan, trick up his sleeve this entire time.
And he's recovering a little bit. But I think it's just one scissor kick. Just one. All you need is one. Just go for it.
Ric Flair with the overhand chop. And a poke to the eyes.
Another poke to the eyes.
Flair's trying to build up that finisher as Booker T reverses into a scissor kick.
Spinner-Rooney. Let's get it. Let's get it. God's plan.
That has to be it. Ric Flair must be concussed after that. He must be concussed after that. Booker T with the Spinner-Rooney as well. Will he go for the pinfall?
He just
doesn't go for the pin. What's going on here, Booker? What's going on here, Booker? I'm shocked. I'm flabbergasted. I thought for sure that would have been it. That would have been more than enough to put him away. Booker T with the gut-wrench suplex into another finisher. As he goes for a third scissor kick. I think Booker T's trying to put Ric Flair on the shelf to ensure there are no more challengers for his WWE Tag Team Championship. I am shocked. I am shocked. Can we see a pinfall here finally? Will Booker T still does not go for the pin. What's going on? What's actually going on here? I think Booker T's trying to send a message here. Finally, a pinfall attempt. Booker T is almost to another finisher.
2.
Flair kicks out again. Is a fourth Spinner-Rooney needed? Is a fourth Spinner-Rooney needed? Clothesline into a bulldog in the corner. Will we see a comeback from Flair? Will we see a comeback from Ric Flair? Booker T, god damn, another finisher built up. As he drags him into the middle of the ring and finally a pinfall attempt.
1, 2, 3.
Enough to finally put Flair away. Ric Flair unfortunately does not have the same luck that Mr. Kennedy had earlier tonight. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's happening with the WWE Tag Team Division? WWE Free Tag Team Division is beyond me at this point. But Booker T walks out with a victory. That means that Brand New Day...
Why don't fight?
Brand New Day has pinfall victories over the Golden Hair Warriors in tag action and singles action. Interesting. Interesting to say the least. Who can wrest these tag team championships from Brand New Day? Maybe we need a tag team from Raw to come over here and give us actual competition. You know, maybe the tag team of Batista, Bobby Lashley could do it.
Batista, Bobby Lashley has... Yeah, okay. Whatever you say.
You're down? Let's drop the paperwork now. Let's drop the paperwork right now.
Don't have my agents here. My kids watch. Come on, man.
Well, as announced earlier tonight, the ongoing blood feud between Kane and the Mexicools continues right now. Last week, we saw Kane defeat Super Crazy in singles action. The week before, we saw the Mexicools beat Kane in handicap action with the assistance on a brass knuckles. You could say it was a 1-on-3 handicap match at that point.
Contest is scheduled for one fall.
But Kane makes his way down to the ring, looking to gain retribution on the other half of the Mexicools. Last week, we saw Kane toss Super Crazy across the ring and pick up the victory that way. What are your predictions for this matchup here tonight, Mo?
I'm thinking Kane takes this again.
Again? Right now, it's 1-1 for the Kane and the Mexicools. Look at these two. To be fair, they got themselves in this situation by requesting the handicap match, agreeing to the handicap match to begin with. As long as they play fairly, it doesn't seem like they win. But the moment those brass knuckles are brought into play, things get interesting.
Anything could happen.
Interestingly enough. Hopefully this can ease Kane's anger problems, and we can finally break up this super heavyweight, cruiserweight debacles that have been going on. Big Show has been banned from the arena tonight. Kane getting his retribution here, and they can move on. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, I said I wanted to get Big Show some competition of his own. Kane might be right up that alley. I might need to lift Big Show's suspension for next week. Maybe.
People like bullying. These two do like bullying cruiserweights.
Maybe.
Kane is
might not
just
be a bad match.
putting him away.
Well, last week we saw Kane do this to Super Crazy. As he does it again to Psychosis. Oh my goodness, we are 45 seconds in this matchup. Psychosis already feeling the effects. Kane following him outside to the ring, almost slithering out of the ring. Super Crazy getting into the ring. What's going on here? What's actually going on here, dude? Super Crazy trying to get into some action. Distracting referee Nick Patrick. Kane almost has a finisher built up a minute and 10 seconds into this match. Misses the big boot. Super Crazy, Psychosis. They're all the same.
Is he gonna let him roll? He's not.
And Psychosis ignores the call for the rope break. To be fair, when you're in a size disadvantage like this, you gotta get as much damage off when you can. Standing moonsault onto Kane. Hopefully the Mex Schools can finish up whatever issues they have with Kane here, so they can move on.
1,
oh my
2.
Goodness.
Oh.
Kane kicking out. So maybe they can get back into the cruiserweight division and maybe get their eyes on the prize there. Maybe together they can work together to become tag champions. Who knows? Either way, this super heavyweight, cruiserweight issues need to be solved. Psychosis sidestepping a spear attempt, sending Kane using his own momentum to drive that shoulder into the turnbuckle.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall, my dude.
Turnbuckle post, my bad.
Imagine.
Interestingly enough, Kane reversing
that. Kane has sustained some damage.
Kane, surprisingly enough, has sustained some damage.
Look at that.
And a huge uppercut, knocking Super Crazy Psychosis off his feet here. Kane just choking Psychosis out. You can feel Kane's anger at what happened 2 weeks ago. Clearly through his actions here tonight. And as Psychosis had to watch Super Crazy manhandled last week, Super Crazy does the same for Psychosis. But will we see Psychosis take the same fall? Actually getting Kane off his feet there. Psychosis almost has a finisher built up. Interestingly enough.
Look at him. He's just scoffing at him. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, yo, nice punch, bro.
I'm a little shocked. Now, this is what cost Super Crazy the matchup last week. As he attempted this maneuver and Kane tossed him clear across the ring. It appears to be working better for Psychosis as he gets multiple shots to the temple in.
Kane, what's going on, bro? There we go.
Kane tossing Psychosis across the ring. Kane almost to a finisher now as well. Slamming, just lifting Psychosis with ease. The weight difference is apparent.
Poke to the eye. Gotta do what you gotta do. Literally have to do what you gotta do.
In this David versus Goliath situation, Psychosis is one hit away from a finisher. Kane with the choke takedown. My goodness. My goodness. What's going on here tonight? As we see Kane returning the chop. Knees
kick to the chest.
Kane lifting Psychosis up and dropping him. Hoisting him again. Dropping him for a double powerbomb.
Just pin him. Just pin him. Oh.
A double powerbomb. Ragdolling Psychosis around.
He has a finish.
And now, lifting Psychosis up with ease, driving him through the mat, straight to hell. I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's it for the Mexicools. Kane staring super crazy in the eyes as he pins his partner. In less than 5 minutes, Kane has put away both members of the Mexicools. It appears as if there are no numbers advantage and no weapons advantage. The Mexicools just can't get it done. Is this the last we'll see of Kane versus the Mexicools, or will this blood feud continue through next week? Kane finally getting some retribution. I'm happy for him. You gotta admit, it's a feel-good moment for the big red guy. And I'm reading the numbers now. Apparently, his T-shirt sales are through the roof for Kane. He just sells red shirts. Doesn't even say anything.
Just red shirts. Doesn't say anything. Just red.
Just red shirts.
I mean, hey,
red Hanes tees.
They're WWE free shirts, so.
WWE free shirts.
Oh, WWE free shirts. So I mean, you just pay for the branding at that point.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event. Kurt Angle is, in fact, your #1 contender for The Undertaker's World Heavyweight Championship. Again, Undertaker has the night off, so you know he's at home in the grave watching this matchup right now. Triple H and Shawn Michaels, of course, not happy with the fact that Kurt Angle was named #1 contender. So tonight, Kurt Angle's #1 contendership is on the line in a handicap match against D-Generation X. We will see.
Wow.
We will see if we have a new #1 contender after tonight. Hey, I am Team Angle all the way. He won us that #1 draft pick. He was the #1 draft pick. I'm ready to see him go all the way. I'm ready to see him go all the way. Actually, Undertaker, if you're watching this, you didn't hear that. I'm happy you're world champion as well. There's no need to come to my office. There's no need to see me. None of that stuff. You're good, dog. You're great. You're a great world heavyweight champion. You deserved it. You climbed out of that cage. Your feet hit the floor. We're all good. We're all good, buddy. Don't worry.
And the opponent.
Look at these. Look at this. Yo, the main event scene on SmackDown is truly insane.
It's got you got like the fourth wall, like I said, the talent. Like if you were to do this like now, like actually, or at that time, it would just be stacked and stupid. But game, the pop is pretty equal. It's weird.
We might need to do something about that. Now, Triple H and HBK are both 0-2 so far on Friday Night SmackDown. I did not mean to skip that entrance until the fireworks went off. I apologize. But they're both 0-2 right now. Kurt Angle 1-1. Taker 2-0. Taker does have the night off again. And I just want to point out, I kept my word as general manager. I have kept Big Show out of the building. He has not made an appearance here tonight. I haven't got any words of any security breaches around the arena. Tonight's show went off without a hitch. No superstars have been attacked. Everything is good. And here we go with our main event. Kurt Angle kicking things off. Literally kicking him in the ribs with a huge release German suplex. Kurt is definitely attempting to keep this #1 contendership. He's fought hard and come close so many
low
times.
Blow. Come on, Trips.
Blood dripping down his face last week. Triple H stopping Kurt Angle's momentum with a low blow. Now again, this is a handicap 1 on tag. Both members of D-Generation X are not allowed in the ring at the same time. They must tag each other in. They must tag each other in. Triple H now on the offensive. Who do you have in this matchup here, Mo? We know t-shirt sales are off the charts. But who do you have winning this match? You think Kurt's retaining his #1 contendership? Or are
I think Kurt's a fighter. I think Kurt's a fighter. I think he's going to win. Plus, he sold a lot of shirts.
He sold a lot of shirts.
He's actually sold more than combined.
Good scoop slam from Kurt Angle. Triple H is almost at a finisher, though. Kurt needs to stop that momentum as he's keeping Triple H from tagging out here. Triple H dodges the attempt and does get the tag in on. Oh my God! What a right hand! You know, Kurt has those stitches on his head from last week being busted open. Triple H might be targeting that again. Kurt with the belly to belly. The release German on Triple H, the release belly to belly on Shawn Michaels. Kurt Angle truly is a wrestling machine.
He's a god.
Now, last week we saw Triple H and Shawn Michaels pair up against Kurt Angle, delivering both a pedigree and sweet chin music to him to bust his head wide open.
Two of them
Now
in the
both
ring.
They're making quick tags as well, which is a sign of good tag team. Triple H again focusing the head with a pile driver on Kurt Angle there. Triple H one move away from that pedigree. Kurt Angle needs to... Oh, there's that spine buster you've been waiting for.
The spine buster is like one of my favorite wrestling moves, actually.
It is dope. I like Batista's spine buster the best. Triple H is dope. Batista's is just like super aggressive. The Rock has a really cool like momentum spine buster.
My favorite wrestling move is a spear. That's my favorite. Anybody that can do a spear minus edges just looks weird.
Batista.
Batista's spear is just so...
No,
I think
the
Goldberg's
best version
though,
is Rhino's gore, Doug. Rhino's gore just looks like he's literally trying to impale you.
I like friggin' Goldberg's. That's the best one. That's a classic.
Kurt Angle with the European uppercut, attempting to build some momentum of his own. He needs to keep Triple H in the ring. He has the key here is to focus on one of the two members. Don't let them make these quick tags. Don't let there always be a fresh man in the ring. With the takedown, the double leg takedown, Kurt Angle working his way up to a finisher as well. We haven't seen an Angle slam on SmackDown yet. Maybe that just goes to show the true levels that Kurt Angle has. He hasn't pulled out his true arsenal yet because he hasn't needed it. But he does not look like he's in a good way right now. Really feeling the fatigue from this matchup. Triple H almost has two finishers built up. Can we get Nick Patrick? I know it's a handicap match, but can we get
finisher pedigree?
What is going on? Can we get Triple H out of the ring?
HBK is about. Why don't you just go for the pin?
What's going on?
He's gonna go for the pin. No way. Oh, he's working him. Never mind.
The sharpshooter instead. There's no one in Kurt Angle's corner. This is a handicap match. Kurt has to make it on his own as he desperately reaches for the ropes.
He can't do it. That's gonna hurt his legs so bad and his chest.
Both Shawn Michaels and Triple H are so close to another finisher. Kurt yet to work his way up to one. Shawn Michaels reversing. Kurt Angle reversing. Shawn Michaels reversing. Kurt Angle reversing. Shawn Michaels reversing.
Oh.
Kurt Angle reversing. Two of the best. Shawn Michaels with the reversal. Two of the absolute best in the ring right now. HBK with the finisher, making the tag.
Yeah, well, they want to send a message at that point. He could have killed him with sweet chin and just said,
oh
nah.
my goodness. I mean, we've seen after...
Oh, he's still in the ring. Sweet chin music.
With the sweet chin music.
Not the legal man.
Nick Patrick, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Both of them have used their finisher when they weren't the legal man. Triple H got to be looking to bust Kurt Angle open again. Oh my God.
He's got to just go. He's gonna load up a pedigree.
Those stitches from last week busted open. We know Kurt Angle has a whole different side to him, and with this blood in his eyes now, he's got to be wanting it more. As we see, he keeps the hands locked. He keeps the hands locked for the triple German suplexes. Oh my goodness. He's got to stop Triple H's momentum. Triple H is so close to another finisher. Another pedigree has definitely put him away. Kurt Angle's losing that #1 contendership. Triple H reversing. Now he's got a pedigree built up.
That's it. Hit that pedigree. It's game over.
Kurt Angle's desperately fighting back. As we see, Kurt Angle reverse the pedigree into a fucking lock of his own. Shawn Michaels, of course, getting in the ring to break it up as Triple H escapes. I thought he was going for the ankle lock for a second. Nick Patrick, please get this under control. It's enough that it's a handicap match already. What's going on here? D-Generation X doing the absolute most. Kurt's got to get some momentum going here. He's got to get some momentum going. Kurt has no one to tag to. Triple H reversing Kurt Angle now. Into that chicken wing. As much as I want to see the Olympic gold medalist win, I think D-Generation X might have this one. Kurt with a kick to the stomach, keeping Triple H from tagging out. Or not. Or just flat out not. So far, Triple H and Shawn Michaels have used their pedigrees, their finishers.
Sure, that finisher.
As Shawn Michaels with the forward slam to Kurt Angle outside the ring.
Oh, he's outside the ring.
Now they both have finishers. Oh my goodness. This does not spell anything good.
This isn't even fair
For Kurt Angle right now, as they both have their finishers stored.
What is this?
I can't help but feel like D-Generation X had a plan in mind when they asked for this match tonight.
They are a tag team for a reason.
Kurt Angle's momentum is non-existent. Triple H now has 2 finishers built up. Plenty of stamina left in the tank.
This isn't even fair.
I mean, we mentioned this last week that D-Generation X would work together to get the win and then duke it out afterwards. Now, if they arrest this #1 contendership from Kurt Angle, they could just duke it out for each other.
Oh my god, he beat him outside the ring. If he pins him now.
Oh my goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as unfortunate as it is, it would appear as if Kurt Angle has lost his #1 contendership. Undertaker watching at home has got to be worried. He now has not 1 but 2 #1 contenders for his World Heavyweight Championship. The Hardcore United States Championship scene is up in the air. We have 2 #1 contenders for that. The World Heavyweight Championship contendership scene is up in the air. We have 2 #1 contenders for that. SmackDown is all over the place. SmackDown is all over the place. I think Kurt deserves a week off, a night off. Rest up, dog. Let them stitches do their job.
Jeez.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels, D-Generation X, finally picking up a W here tonight. Planting themselves in the world title scene. That's going to go ahead and wrap up SmackDown for us tonight. For once, we have a SmackDown with no interference, no backstage hassles. As a general manager, I'm very, very happy, and I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Next week, The Undertaker will be back in action. Have no stress, have no fear, have no worries. But we will catch you guys tomorrow for the results of Week 3 of our SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager Mode Versus. Until then, we are out this bitch. Bye!
See ya!